Browns, we talked about Judkins and him possibly missing time, more than likely missing time this season due to the domestic violence case. So that leaves who? We got Jerome Ford. You don't have Nick Chubb anymore. Boy, that would be looking good if we had Nick Chubb. It'd be great to have Nick Chubb at this point, wouldn't it be? Well, that's water under the bridge. But let's talk about who they do have. They have Jerome Ford and this guy. He said, this is on Twitter for Browns Nation. I look at Dylan Sampson and the impact that he can have as a third down back, as a home run hitter. I'm going to tell you what, I agree. I like Dylan Sampson. I liked him coming out of Tennessee. I believe he had almost 1,500 yards in the SEC, over 20 touchdowns. He has a burst. He has a speed to him. He can move the chains. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. And I'm going to tell you what, we talk about the saving graces, right? Sometimes one person's calamity can be somebody's come up. Because right now, Dylan Sampson Dylan Sampson just became the number one back. And a lot of people are trying to act like him and Jerome Ford are close. They are not close. The skill set that Dylan Sampson has, he's a smaller type running back, but he runs hard. And the thing that really could save Andrew Berry is this. You're lucky, bro. You're lucky you got two running backs. You're lucky you got two of them. That may save your job. What truly may save his job, Andrew Berry, because this is crazy. If Dylan Sampson is a ball player and either Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders become a franchise quarterback, ain't it crazy how things happen like that? Because even if Quinshon Judkins is in trouble and Shedeur Sanders are running the quarterbacks hit, don't nobody care. And if Dylan Sampson is a guy that you got in the 4th, 5th rounds, somewhere late in the draft, and he becomes a guy that you get a chance to see because Quinshon Judkins was in not on the field. Come on now. And I think he has the ability to do that. I think he has I've been talking about him all offseason. And a lot of people, when they use it as like a backup, like, oh, he down the line somewhere. No. This dude did it in the best conference. This dude did it in the SEC. And his 20 touchdowns show he's just not a regular scat back. See, the thing that leaves me with Jerome Ford is Jerome Ford lacks the ability to put a shoulder pass down and get two tough yards. Get them tough yards where you got to go through another grown man's chest to get it. Got to go through another grown man's chest to even be eligible to get them 2 yards. Jerome Ford is great on sweeps and tosses and screens, and he gets outside. But I need somebody to get 2 tough yards. This guy, even though he has speed, he has burst, he's smaller in stature, he's not afraid to put his shoulder down and get what he need to get. Now, the question I have and the question I'm thinking about for the Cleveland Browns is this. How often or what are you looking at now in terms of the running back room? Are you cool with 2 running backs now? Because now some people are like, do you got to bring a veteran? Do you got to go get somebody else that can help you out a little bit? Because the reality of the situation, when you're down to 2 backs, especially when you're dealing with Jerome Ford, who's been injury prone, who has hamstring issues, who is not the most durable guys, you need another back in here. So now you went from a position of young and strength in running back in the youth movement. So now you might need to go get you somebody that may be on the open market. Maybe you need to get somebody that's on the open market. So to me, but I do believe this is a great opportunity for Dylan Sampson because I think he was going to be getting some carries. I think you're going to get an extended look at him now. Now, Quinshon Judkins, I do believe the suspension. I want to see how this plays out because I want to see if the suspension drops. And it's all speculation. Nobody told me he was getting suspended. Don't be cool. But I'm saying the league has exercised their right to suspend people even when the legal process has not decided to do anything. So that's why I'm kind of on the side of, this was going to happen. So when I look at Dylan Sampson, I want to know if he's going to be a guy getting more carries in the preseason, and I'll be honest to see and anxious to see what's going on with Judkins and whether or not he's going to play in the preseason game, right? Because that may change how the Browns view certain things like that. Well, if this guy going to be a starter, we might want to pare that down a little bit. So I'm interested in seeing how that went. But, you know, and kind of wrapping everything up, it's unfortunate, but it's part of the world that we live in today. And if anything, I just hope that people learn from other people's mistakes, and a lot of these young brothers and young athletes out here, understand yourself, man. Understand that you've done the heavy lifting. Don't get to the doorstep and disqualify yourself. You've made it. You're your friends that got left behind, your friends that may have not been living right now, or that's in the penitentiary, or your cousins or your family members, bro. You are providing for all of these people. Don't get to the doorstep and let one lapse in judgment derail everything you've been working for. And first and foremost, too, my thoughts are with the victim. She didn't deserve that. There's the 911 tape out there. And you know, I just wish, you know, we could all do better in our relationship and our communication, because this is a telltale sign of what we're doing in society now. And you see it in entertainment, you see it in sports, you see it in our politics, you see it in movies, you see it in everywhere. We have to do better, and we need to have a better way of expressing our emotions, other than violence and doing things like that. With that being said,